Hey everyone, Jacob here. I've got the Granite Stone air fryer. So let's go ahead and air fry some frozen chicken and some French fries. I want to talk about the capacity for this, a few things that I wish could be improved on the actual Granite Stone air fryer. I'm also going to show you all the accessories that come with it. At first, it looks kind of like strange, like how do you actually use it? But we're going to talk about how easy it is to really use, how easy it is to clean, and a few other things that you might want to know about the Granite Stone before you decide if it's right for you and your family, including the recipe book that comes with it. And we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. So let's get into it and let's make some fried chicken. One of my favorite things about this Granite Stone air fryer is that it is a glass bowl where you're actually going to be air frying everything. So instead of the, sometimes materials that are coated in Teflon and stuff like that, this is just a glass bowl that you can actually remove completely by simply taking the lid off. And you can take the glass bowl out and then you can clean it. So you can see that I cleaned it fairly recently, but it's still got some crumbs in there. But it is fairly easy to just take out a glass bowl and wipe it down compared to, for example, trying to clean a French door oven. It's much more difficult. And so it does come with multiple accessories here. First, there's the extender ring if you're trying to cook like a turkey. Up to, a turkey is literally the largest thing that you can air fry in here, which is absolutely insane. That's really, really cool. And it does come with some other accessories. This is the basket, the mesh basket that we're going to be using to actually, air fry everything. And we're going to try and use this to evenly space the, chicken out and the French fries and everything, so that it gets nice and crispy and crunchy. So this is the top component. Obviously, I'll show you here in a second how this works, but it does kind of tell you what temperature to run at and for how long, but there's just two knobs. It's just the temperature up at the top and then the actual timer down at the bottom. And it does have two lights, one for if it's powered on and one if it is heating, but it's very, very simple to operate overall. You just gotta make sure that that handle is clicked all the way down and that you are actually on top of the glass bowl whenever you're ready to use it. And it does come with two different trays. So this one is the shorter tray. You can put that one down in the bottom and then you can stack whatever food, vegetables, proteins, whatever you'd like to put in there, fish, chicken, etc. And then there's a larger one here as well. So this one's a bit taller. I wouldn't say it's really necessarily that much larger than the other one, but it is taller. And then it sets above. And so now you can put more food on this top rack and you have more capacity. Now, what I'm going to be doing is just going ahead and putting this mesh basket here for the French fries and the chicken both, because I don't really need to use both. If I was trying to cook more vegetables or more food for, let's say more people or for a family, then I would have more space for that. So it does actually extend quite a bit whenever it comes to allowing for two levels, which is something that I didn't quite realize at first, and is something that I figured out over time after using it. This one is a bit different than the other air fryers that I have tried. This one is a top-down air fryer as well. So let's go ahead and load it up with chicken and then we'll get our settings going and I'll show you exactly what this looks like when it's cooking, and we'll do obviously a taste test and everything as well, right? And of course, one of the great things about air frying is that we aren't going to use any oil. So we aren't truly, actually using any oil, but we're gonna be able to actually fry this chicken. So this is going to give us a nice crispy texture on the chicken. If you want to, you can add a little bit of butter or a spray oil to basically keep the chicken a little bit crispier, a little bit more hydrated. But I found that if you just be a little more patient, cook it at a lower temperature for a bit longer, then typically you will end up with a much juicier chicken, or whatever it is you're trying to make. We do a lot of fish, but you do fish at much lower temperature. And these are all things that are covered inside the actual recipe book and the guidebook for this air fryer. So it tells you the exact temperature and the time that you want to set for your actual food. So again, this is just one level that I'm filling up here, just a mesh basket, but underneath is a whole nother row, a whole nother rack where we could put more food underneath. And that food is probably going to take a bit longer to cook. So if there's something that you want to cook much slower and you don't want it to be quite as crispy and roasted and fried, right, then you want to put that probably on the bottom, because that's going to be more of a baking and convection type heat. Whereas here on the top, where we put the Granite Stone top back on, this is going to essentially be, air frying up on the top level. So by essentially now all we need to do is set our temperature and our timer, and then we're going to be good to go. So let me flip you around. I'll give you a closer look. So you do just want to make sure that it is plugged in and then that the handle is pushed all the way down, and then you essentially want to choose your heat and the timer. So I would choose your temperature first. And since we're doing chicken and French fries, there are two different temperatures, 375 for chicken and 450 for French fries. I found that a middle ground here at about 440, 430 has been giving me the best results for both the chicken and the French fries together. A little bit too warm, and the French fries actually, do get a little bit drier. And so one thing that I did like about the Granite Stone that you'll actually see here in a minute is that it does retain a lot of moisture. It almost like steams the food as well. You'll see the humidity actually building up in here, and yeah, it keeps your food very, fresh and everything, especially if you're doing like leftovers, maybe from a restaurant or just leftovers that you made. So setting the temperature to like 440, and then we can go ahead and do the timer we're going to put this at 35 minutes per the recommendation of this little chart here that's super handy on top of the air fryer. So Granite Stone makes it super simple to actually use this. It's actually easier in many ways than other air fryers to actually set up the food, put the lid on top, put the handle down, and then you can just follow the settings right here. One thing too is the cleaning process. Again, the cleaning is much simpler without any sort of oils or grease already, but then add on top of that the fact that this is a glass bowl, and the cleaning becomes actually a lot easier than you would expect. Now this unit, in my opinion, does take a bit longer for it to actually cook the food. It is a smaller unit, but if you are in no rush and you're especially cooking a smaller meal, then this can be a really handy unit in a quick pinch, and it can get the job done for sure. It has a light that turns on every once in a while as well, so that you can check on the food, see how it's actually doing. Right now we're going straight from frozen to actually air frying. It's going to be air fried by the time we're done. So we're going from frozen to completely cooked chicken and French fries. We're going to do a crispiness test. We're going to see how long it actually takes to cook up the chicken and the French fries. And it does chime like a bell whenever the timer is done, and this shuts off automatically. So you don't need to worry about it continuously running. This timer will count down, and when it's done, it will basically ding like a bell and then turn off automatically. So you're good to go after that. And it's smelling absolutely delicious. You can see that it's getting really crispy and crunchy, even with no oil, no butter, anything like that. It is frying the French fries, the chicken, and everything else. You can see it in real time. So we've got a little bit longer left on here. Let's look at the recipe book and some of the things that you can actually make. Obviously, fish, seafood, beef, pork, lamb, poultry, side dishes, vegetables. We do a lot of vegetables with the air fryer as well. I think it makes them taste really nice compared to like boiling them. They got different recipes in here like teriyaki chicken wings, sweet and sour chicken bites, and these are pretty simple ingredients overall, very simple instructions. The light came back on for this. I think we should be getting the timer going off any second now, but it looks absolutely delicious. My mouth is literally watering. And we have, as far as other recipes, crunchy popcorn chicken, breaded fried chicken, so lots of chicken recipes. Oil-less frying beef, pork, and lamb. So beef, pork, and lamb recipes in here. This one here is for fish and seafood. Potato wedges, French fries, fried black pepper potato chips, and zappole, roasted pineapples, and bananas. Poultry as well. So on every front, almost every type of food, Mediterranean, Spanish food, Mexican food, American food, you've got almost everything covered in here. All right, so it is done. Let's go ahead and take this off. Here we have some nice crispy, crunchy, air-fried chicken. And depending on how crunchy you want it to be, you could put this back in a little bit longer and even flip it over. On the bottom side here, it is a little bit less crispy, but otherwise, nice juicy inside, crispy texture on the outside with no oil, no butter. And then the French fries as well, nice and crispy. That one doesn't have much on the inside there. So these may have over fried just a little bit, but overall, if you like crunchy fries, then you would like these for sure. So sampling the French fries first. Nice, crunchy, crispy French fries. I need to add some salt, some garlic powder, some pepper. Let's take a look at the chicken. Very good. Excellent. Guys, the Granite Stone air fryer here is a nice little unit, especially for smaller families, individuals who are looking to just so good. It's a great air fryer for anyone looking to fry a variety of different things, including proteins, vegetables, side dishes, etc. And we've been really, really happy with this so far. And this one, in my opinion, is really good at keeping the moisture in with the food, keeping everything nice and flavorful as well, and being able to air fry everything on a pretty low temperature overall without scorching it or burning it or anything like that, just frying it. So hopefully you got some value from this video. Happy eating, get some good food, get some good air frying going for yourself and your family. I hope you enjoy this as much as we do, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.